The Network Fellowship is about business. We're a business that drives growth within our businesses. It's a network of like-minded people. At the same time, we're very, very different. We add value in many other levels, one being community and raising funds for charity. So the three measures is growing our business within the fellowship, giving money and time back to community, and also projects throughout the year of raising different funds. Just to give you an example of the sort of projects that we're working on that's key to the fellowship, Martin Ainscott, a North West business leader, and myself, the Network Fellowship and members, have a passion to give back. And with leaders like Martin Ainscott, it makes it possible. Martin has donated time and 2 buildings to a project called Antz Junction, which is a bold work charity project to get people at risk, unemployed, from all walks of society back into work.
It's a great initiative. Obviously it's going to benefit a lot of people. How did you start to kind of create the thought processes to get it up and running?
Well, we bought the site in 2008 and we quickly realised that obviously being based in Swinton with very good geography in terms of motorway network and proximity to Manchester, we decided to develop the site as an eco park rather than just a business park with an emphasis on recycling. And as part of that, because of some of the other charities and stuff we're involved in, we saw an opportunity to actually recycle lives, to actually start doing more than just conventional recycling, to add a social enterprise to it. So we opened up what was formed in the head office of the Chloride Battery Company, and we opened it up as a social enterprise centre. And thank God, with the benefit of people like Jen at the Network Fellowship and lots of support from other people, we've now got the place completely full of about 20 different charities. We provide them with free accommodation, it's service offices, and the great thing is they all feed off each other, they all work off each other. It gives them a fantastic opportunity, not just to get free accommodation, which obviously is vital to them because the resources are so small, but more importantly I think to actually work alongside other like-minded people. And so all the different charities help each other, and it's a fantastic atmosphere, and it's something that we're hoping that we can grow even further on the site with perhaps introducing some workshop space and other things as well.
I think being on the site is, in real terms, I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference to the way business is done. It is a social enterprise centre, and the simple ethics of all of that is grow and give back to the community and to generate employment. That's what we want to do. But I think it's more about the community here. It's a team, it's people working together. And that's unusual because most companies, when they start up or even when they've been going some time, they're very insular. They're just around what they do, what they can do for the community, what they can do as a business, the profits they generate. But here, we're working together, common cause, to grow our businesses, and what we gain from that business to give something back to the community. And I think working with the people here, it's a bit like working for a football team. You know, you're all playing together. Some have got some strengths, others got some weaknesses, and when you put all that together, the team itself is going forward. And I think that makes the difference.
The Work Ready Academy is where we're going to house our client group, which is the unemployed, here at Antz Junction. And what we're going to do with them is quite individual to them. But what it will entail is that our clients will have access to workshops that will engage any mental health issues, so things like overcoming social anxieties, confidence building, self-esteem. They'll also then engage on taster programmes, so they might work with some of our charities at Antz Junction working on bike projects or in-house fashion design. They might also choose to work with some of the companies for their sales departments. Additional to that as well, they'll access 1 to 3 days work experience for our in-house and external companies. And what they'll do there is gain them skills, get to know the businesses who are going to employ them, because at the end of the minimum 6 weeks they'll be interviewed by them companies and hopefully secure themselves a job.
there's a real energy, there's a real buzz for helping people, and there's plenty of energy here. We've got a really good support behind us, and it fits in with my type of character, my personality about helping and improving people's lives and helping them move forward. And there's so many people here with an awful lot of energy for doing the same thing that it helps build my energy up as well. Great office facility, lovely boardroom, absolutely great talking point, the boardroom, and it's a really nice building to work in. I've always felt very satisfied when I help people move forward, and this is the perfect place for me to do that. There's a lot of energy here that gives me more energy, and it makes me very enthusiastic to do more for helping people.
So just give us an overview, what your business is and what you do, please.
Well, lateral recycling, that's basically on IT products. That's laptops and computers and things like that. This is an area that's going to be incorporating lateral IT. This is where there's some of the developments and some of the training and the things we're going to be doing here, and other uses. Basically, we offer end-to-end IT asset management service, and that involves taking away your old IT equipment, securely data wiping the hard drives, and the data is wiped to MOD standards. And that then forms part of our strategy to give back. And if you look at it at the moment, I mean, when I first came in here, it was a bit of a mess. And we've done our best to brighten it up with paintwork, replacing some of the carpets there, giving it a really good clean. And that's with people from within the building, the business we've got here. I don't like to just see them as businesses, it's the friends now. We've got friends here, you know, who own businesses and charities and training. And everybody's played a part in getting this part right, and you can see it's looking a bit special. Especially as the...
Well, Manchester MenCap is a local-based charity working with people with learning disabilities in the Manchester area. We are affiliated to National MenCap, and we do some campaigning work with them, but we receive no funding from them, so we're completely independent. We have our own board of trustees, our own constitution. As I say, supporting people with learning disabilities, their families and their carers.
What's the benefits of being located in Antz Junction?
Having office space out at Antz Junction is absolutely perfect for us. It gives us a location which is much closer to more of the Manchester area. We're more central, we can actually access more of North Manchester than we've been able to previously. It's allowed us to obviously increase our profile, and it's given us the opportunity to have a quality surrounding which is befitting of us as an organisation. You know, just because we're a charity, we shouldn't have to be making do with sort of substandard accommodation. This certainly isn't that. It's superb, it's comfortable, it enables all of the staff here to work at a far better level, to achieve more, productivity is greater. But it's also absolutely great, and it's really important to us to be amongst other organisations that have like-minded approach to things. We're able to bounce off each other, share ideas, and that is really beneficial to us.
I think coming into Antz Junction has been a brilliant opportunity for me. As quite a small company that was only set up some 18 months or so ago, I got the opportunity to kind of take that step up that I probably wouldn't have been able to afford at this juncture if I'd have been going out buying serviced offices. And it's been able to give me the opportunity that I can use the facilities within the building. So we've got training rooms, we've got a boardroom, and we've now actually got cafe facilities as well, so you don't feel like you're meeting people in hotels and acting as an amateur. You're up there with everybody else, and it's definitely raised the profile of my business and the way I'm thought about, which has been excellent. I firmly believe that success breeds success, and being in Antz Junction's been able to give me the opportunity to give something back. I have a charity background myself, and when I set People Matters up, one of the things that I wanted to do within my ethos was to try and work with charities as well as small businesses. And I came into Antz Junction, I've been given that opportunity not only to work with the small businesses and act as their HR manager, but actually to become the HR manager for Antz Junction itself. Which has been able to give me something that I really believe in and give something back to the young people to help them become more employable and give something back into the community that we serve, which has been an excellent move for me.
Our business actually deals with domiciliary care. We care for people in their own homes. We care for the elderly and the infirm, people who've just left hospital and they need care, mainly to keep them in their own homes to make their life as natural as possible.
And what does it mean for yourselves being based here in Antz Junction?
Antz Junction has been a blessing to us. We've been able to have some good adequate office space and a good working environment to be able to serve our clients in the area of Salford.
I know it's good as well for networking. I think in time, because there's people here who can do HR and business development, I think it will eventually gel for everybody, won't it?
Yes, in fact, that is one of the most important things, because the fact that you can actually have somebody around you can talk to, and you can just talk about anything in business or what you're going through. It is such an important part of developing yourself and knowing how to go about issues in the area.
What does it mean to you both being based here?
I suppose it's been part of a social enterprise, so we're able to give back to the community and the people that are based here as well, and being involved in such a good cause really as well.
It must be really exciting because the place is really nice and you get an instant warmth. I've only been in a couple of times.
Great atmosphere. It's got a really good atmosphere.
Yeah, it makes it really more enjoyable to work with. So yeah, because you have people that are working here and we're working with them as well, so it makes it very enjoyable.
Early days yet? What's your hope for the future in terms of perhaps getting bigger or?
What we look at Second Chance is we take on we offer volunteer places for people in the community, and also people sort of community pay back as well. So our aim is to grow it in that way and to get more volunteers and more community payback, so we can give other people obviously a second chance as well. So that's sort of our aim, is to get more volunteers in so we can offer a bigger service.
So just give us an idea, Jacqueline, what you do in Antz Junction.
Well, two things really. I have my business based here, which is Equality by Design, and that's a company that looks at increasing diverse communities through organisational change. So it's great to be able to do that from this centre. And secondly, I actually, in the terms of giving back, I am the Director of Diversity, Inclusion and Community Engagement within the Junction. As a small business, to be given this opportunity is amazing, and anybody who runs a small business will appreciate that. But secondly, to be part of a really exciting project, and for somebody that does the work that I do, to have the opportunity to be here at the start and influence how it moves forward is amazing.
I work for Engage with Media, which is a social enterprise, a not-for-profit company. And what we want to do, our goal, is to include people in the digital revolution by providing digital training and digital production.
So you could tell me, Alan, what's the benefits of being at Antz Junction?
Well, the benefits of being at Antz Junction for us is that we've got plenty of accommodation, as you can see behind me. There are a lot of like-minded individuals and organisations here, all in one place, and we can all work together. And I think the slogan of the whole enterprise is to grow and to give back. And I think we can do that here in a much better way, a much easier way than perhaps anywhere else in Salford or Greater Manchester. The reason that we're really pleased to come here is because we've got this studio. And from this studio, we can actually make another product, a new product, which is web video. We've made traditional videos for years, but we can now make web videos from our virtual studio behind me. And what this means is that people, businesses and the community can reach and engage the 1 in 7 of us who are functionally illiterate.
The Inspiration Angels came about because I work in training. I knew lots of fantastic trainers that come from all walks of life, and we decided to work together on various projects. So each of my trainers agrees to give me a day a month to help whatever charity or organisation I'm working for, and they do it completely free of charge. So at the moment, working with Antz Junction, they're going to come in and perhaps do mentoring, customer service training, or whatever their field is, completely free of charge to help this project. Being based here, obviously being a small organisation, has been fantastic. I see on a daily basis up to 30 different organisations that I can engage with that would take me months and months and months to do. And obviously being a small organisation that do our work for free, we couldn't afford to go and have an office somewhere. We couldn't afford to pay for the phone bill. So being here is just a fantastic way of engaging with a massive business community, completely free of charge.
We've come here because we're about to set up a charity that will allow people with disabilities to access a motorsport experience. And alongside that, we're also setting up and planning for 2 world records. And coming here has given us the opportunity to have 4 business services whilst we get our charity off the ground. So it's managed to put us all together in an office where we can work successfully as a team without having to worry about the phenomenal overheads of running an office on a day-to-day basis.
Having the infrastructure that has been provided to us, desk space, phones, usage of computers, printers, electricity, all of the things that a lot of people can sometimes take for granted, are a considerable cost saving when you're trying to set something up, especially a new charity that's about to be announced pretty soon, where we're proud to have Gina Campbell on board. And things like that really give us the focus to be able to look at the things that are more important from making the charity work.
I'm going to talk about disability that I know a little bit about, and then I'm going to talk about disability very briefly in general. Finding an office for an organisation that's just getting off its feet is very difficult from a financial perspective. So being at Antz Junction removes that burden, that financial burden, but does provide us with an excellent environment to work in and excellent contacts for us to network with.
Governments, are great, but at the end of the day, what we really need is the public sector and the private sector working together. That's, in my opinion, the only way it works. Certainly in the youth soul movement that I'm involved in, that's been the recipe for success. We get the public sector involved, but we're private sector led because we can get things done. We're very business focused. And I think we can, I don't think we can expect the government to solve all the problems of the world. Yes, they've got to put the infrastructure in place. We've got, the people around, and we're all fortunate people in this room tonight. It's our responsibility to do something for people who are less fortunate. And that doesn't mean, I'm a lucky guy, I can afford to give a few quid, but more importantly, I give up my time. And as you can see, I'm trying to encourage other people to do it. So that we help as many people as possible.